Hey, what's going on everyone? Before I start the video, I wanted to ask you to put a like on this video and subscribe. It would really help my channel if you do that. It's not really that much I'm asking for, just like and subscribe and that's all. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is the fact that when I lived in the United States, I never seemed to have any friends. And in the beginning, I kind of thought that the situation was unique to myself. I thought people didn't want to be friends with me because there's something wrong with me. But now, being older, I realize that it's a very common problem. And I wanted to discuss how in Russia I have friends and how it's way more pleasant. For example, in Russia, I have friends where, and this is like not just one person, this is a common thing where people can go and spend time and they're not always busy, too busy for you, so to speak, right? So for example, I have friends in Russia where we can go and we're like grown men, right? We're not in we can go and, for example, take a walk and walk for like 2-3 hours and just talk. This sounds simple enough, right? I think maybe people living in Europe would also understand, because I've heard that people sit in cafes in Italy for like hours on end, sip coffee. Well, I would say that probably the pace is faster in Russia than it is in Italy or Spain, because I've heard people talk about Spain being like saying how things are very slow there. So things are faster here in Moscow, right? But still, you have people who just spend time together. Either I've taken walks with people, I've sat around and drank tea for hours, I've sat around and just talked, or I've gone to these events or whatever. The common theme is that people are not in a hurry all the time like they were in California. I don't know, maybe it was somewhat of a California thing too. But whenever I used to meet people in California, everybody was too busy for you and too important for you, right? They either, oh, well, who's going to walk around with you for hours on end because they have to go because they're studying or they're working or they're always like running. It might be a little bit of a LA thing or whatever, or Southern California thing, but I've lived in other places in America, and well, I would say that it was better. I've lived in Michigan, but it's like a common theme where creating interpersonal relationships is nearly impossible. And people, when I used to live in America, people told me, well, they were like, well, having friends or not having friends or talking to people is not that important because you're not here in America for making friends. We brought you here to be successful. You're on a mission. And I was like, firstly, I didn't sign up to come there. My parents brought me. I didn't agree to that. They brought me as a kid. So I didn't sign up to go anywhere to be quote unquote successful. I would like to live my life. Okay, my life does not consist of running somewhere and this constant like rat race. So I'm happy to say that I'm finally in a place where I made some friends, where I feel like I have people to even call if something happens, talk to me and all that. And it's very important and something I've missed. Maybe you guys in the comments can comment what the situation is like in other parts of the world, like Europe, Asia, whatever, because I've only lived in two parts of the world, Russia and the United States, so that's the only two places I can compare. But I can tell you that life is meaningless without friends and people in your life where you can spend time and not just, run and chase, some kind of a goal. That's just my opinion.